Well, hello everyone, and thank you for watching. Classic Bike Rider here, bringing you a new video. It's been a while, a really long while. I hadn't started up the bike in about 4 weeks, 3 weeks. I just started up today for the first time. It almost didn't want to start, but I know that I had to prime the carburetors because after a couple of days, carburetors drains out. She almost didn't have enough juice to go, but I got her going. So I'm on my way to the post office first to get some stuff that I order from Amazon, and then to get my little breakfast. I think the last time I rode the bike was Columbus Day, the day that I dropped her. That was my last video. Wow, that's been 3 weeks. You can see that all the leaves are almost down. All the trees totally changed. We had a windstorm a couple of nights ago, Thursday night. Monday is my last day of work for the season. And once I get her inspected, I gotta put her in storage. You can see she still got full tank of gas since the last time I rode it to work, which is not good. I mean, the gas is getting rusted in there, so I'm gonna have to get me some seafoam and put it in it. To keep it from rusting and drive it. You're gonna have to go for a long drive to lower the gas and go get some ethanol free. Alright, so I'm here at the post office. I'll be back in a jiffy. I can't see. My face shield is fogging up. I'll be back in a little bit. Actually, these gloves don't let me either. Alright. These gloves are a little too big. It's not that cold yet to wear this kind of gloves for riding. And they're good for the winter, but it's not that cold. And plus, I can't control my camera too well. It's too big. Well, we'll see. I'm on my way to Riverhead now to get breakfast. So, have you seen in my previous videos, I talked about I switched phone carriers to a new Verizon prepaid MVNO called Visible, which offers $40 unlimited everything, data, voice, text. And I explained how you get the use of the full speed. They still offering full speed, but how you do it is you gotta first get your phone activated, and then once it's activated, you gotta get in touch with them via Twitter or Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and they remove the cap. Also, they give you like a code that you can share with someone. If that person joins, you get $20 off of the next bill. So I did. My wife, and she got $20 off, and I got $20 off. So my next bill will be $20, and they just started a new thing called Party Pay. So they don't offer like a family plan like most companies does. What you do, and this works with family members, or friends. Each one of them will have to have their own account, which is $40. And then if you add one person to your party, you can send them an invitation, and when they join, each one of you get $5 off for the remaining of your bill. You know, for the remaining one, as long as you have the account. Instead of 40, it'll be 35. The next person joins, you get $5 off. The other person gets $5 off. So each one of you now have $30 bill each instead of 40. And for the fourth person that joins your group, let's call it a group. Let's not call it a party, because it's not like a party, like a dance party. It's a group, family group. So once you add the fourth person, all four of you will be $25 each bill for unlimited talk, text, and data. And like I mentioned before, I got my wife an iPhone XR. Well, actually, not XR, 10R. For those of you out there that are very finicky about your iPhones, I know there's someone called Leo Laporte. Leo Laporte showed a kid out of all, said that his friend driving him crazy because they call him their phone 10R, their phone XR. Well, it's the Roman number 10, but if you know that Roman number 10 has the two lines up and bottom to close the X, so it's 10. But because it's Apple, they don't do that 10, that line on top and the bottom, so it looks like an X, like OS 10 is OS, like the Mac OS operating system on the Mac. OS 10, they just do an X. But it's the iPhone XR. Again, iPhone 10R. I got my way from Visible, and is financed through a firm. Funny, because her phone came directly from Apple, unlocked, with no SIM card. And I was going to order mine from them, and it comes from Visible with a SIM card. So that means that it's locked to a firm, to Visible, which I don't want my phones to be locked. But turns out I can get it from Best Buy with a firm, because I already have their firm account open. I can buy it through Best Buy, and it will be unlocked for the same price. But like I was saying, what was I saying? Means that I created the group yesterday called Family Nieves Family. I sent my wife the invitation last night, and because I do everything for her, I had her phone, I accepted the invitation, so now we both get $5 off. So it's $35 for unlimited everything. $35 her, $35 me. That's great, because if you go through Verizon family plan, you ain't gonna get nothing for 35 is $70. You ain't getting no $75 bill from Verizon for phone service. And I did a video on my my YouTube channel for the. I have another YouTube channel called Iron Giant where I do like tutorials and stuff. And I did a video doing the speed test, and I was getting up to 101 megabits per second, just as fast as my home internet. And with Visible, what's included, you get what's it called? You can share the internet from your phone to a tablet, and it's included in your plan. All right. It's actually cold over here in Pine Barrens. It actually feels good though. I haven't been in my motorcycle, like I said, since Columbus Day. Oh, in my last video, the Columbus Day video, I said President's Day. And it's not President's Day, it's Columbus Day. You know, Christopher Columbus. That was Christopher Columbus Day that I made the last video, and I said President's Day. He wasn't a president. Well, maybe. He was the president of his own fan club. Anyway, I'm gonna try to pause the video because these gloves are too thick. I'll be back. Alright, breakfast was good. I just had to stop and take my glove off so I can put my camera on. These gloves are definitely not GoPro friendly. Alright, I'm gonna head back home. Figure right around back roads to Riverhead. Oh, look at the nice Triumph. Right around the back roads of Riverhead for a little bit before I head back home, since I haven't ride her in a long time. So as you can see, most trees are down, shedding their leaves, most of them at least. I mean, the past few weeks, all the pools that we had open, they were just packed with leaves. Yesterday we did a big cleanup for a close-up. Actually, we closed one last week. We didn't cover it because the cover was messed up, so we couldn't cover it. But the homeowner got a new cover. We installed it yesterday. We had to clean it up. It was already churning because of the amount of leaves that was in that pool was incredible. And there's another one that we closed on a Monday. It's a brand new liner. It was installed 3 or 4 weeks ago, but it was still warm. There was no leaves in the ground, and now I cleaned it up yesterday. It took me about an hour to get all the leaves out, and that's the second time that I've done that. We're waiting for the homeowner. Had someone coming in and to put the deck back, the boards that they took out to install the new liner, and the guy taking his sweet ass time because he only do it on Sundays, his day off. It's like his second job. So we closing that Monday. We closing the last 2 pools remaining on Monday, and that will be it for the season. That means that I had to find myself a hobby or join the gym. So I lost so much weight in the summer, I don't want to gain it all back by sitting at home doing nothing. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my ride if I don't talk. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Oh, that's a nice color, Tundra. Any suggestion, you can post them down below. I'm just gonna record the ride. Not gonna stop because my gloves. That's gonna be something for editing. Cut some of that extra footage, unnecessary footage out. So this is Classic Bike Rider. Until next time, maybe when I go to get it inspected, I make another video. Jets. They hopeful that the Jets will win. My boss is a Jet fan. I'm not really a football fan, but sometimes if I flick in the channel, if I see the football is on, like the other day we were somewhere, we were at a restaurant and they had the game on last week. Actually, they had the Jets game on. It was actually exciting. I like the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. What does the Jets and a homeless dog got in common? They both dreamed of a Super Bowl. Oh, that's cold. Poor Jets. They can catch a break. for spring. Gotta replace my front caliper. The front caliper that it was giving me issues when I changed the wheel bearings and all. It's still giving me issues. I can feel the brake sticking a little bit. It's not the hose, because if I push the piston back, the caliper moves back. It's just the caliper. If it was the hose, I will not get any fluid coming back to the reservoir when I press not compress the pistons. What happened was, when I took that caliper off, it was my fault. I tried to force the thing back, and I think I bent the caliper slider, and that's what's causing the caliper to stick a little bit. It's binding. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get the caliper and replace it. That's gonna be a spring project. Like early April. I don't start work until late April. So it's gonna be early April, late March. Depends on how the weather is. If it gets cold, it gets warm. Here we go. At least long enough ride to get the battery back charged up. I did it perfectly when I started it up. I cycled the key on and off a few times to prime the fuel pump and the fuel bowls and all that stuff. And third try, it started. Probably later on, I go out with my wife. I get some sea foam, put it in. Or Tuesday. I don't think I'm gonna be working on Tuesday. I'll come out to Riverhead and sea foam it. Go for a ride, long ride, to get the gas down. Although this thing doesn't hardly burns any gas. I will have to go like to close to Queens and back in order for the gas to go down. I got a tooth that has been bothering me since the beginning of the year, and now that when I'm done of work, when I'm done with work, I'm gonna go have it pulled out. Probably beginning next year, I'm gonna have my tooth done, get implants, done with that shit. Hurts too much. So we're still planning to move if we find good apartment. Turns out the right by us, there's this apartment complex that is designed for senior citizens, 55 and up. And I'll be 51 in March. My wife is gonna be 60 in May. Then we qualify, being seniors. Although this guy, my landlord, hasn't bothered me since August. He hasn't bothered me at all. I don't like the guy, you know. Once it started with the bike back in April, started telling me he told me I could have it, but then he changed his mind. I couldn't have it there. Since that day, I just totally lost respect for the guy. Totally. I don't like the guy. I'm forced to say hi to him because I live in his house. I'm paying for my rent, my apartment, separated, but it's still his house. So when he's out there, I'm forced to say hi to him. So I don't look like an asshole. You know what I mean? Just because he's an asshole doesn't mean that I'm gonna be an asshole. Another thing that I'm gonna have done this spring, probably by then I can get the tires and go take it out. I haven't replaced the tires front and back and balance. I got the weights, but ain't no way I'm gonna do that myself. Those wildfires in California, man, that's horrible. Just came on my mind because the other day when I was going by there, the lights were flickering and the lights were, flashing. There are a couple of cops directing traffic, and that brought me back to the freaking California wildfires. That's horrible. Them people losing their homes. When it's not a storm, when it's not an earthquake, it's freaking wildfires. So I gotta check because someone was supposed to bring me a computer to replace the screen. Before I get home, I gotta check I'm gonna have to get home first and check on my phone. I have to come back out. All right, see you guys later.